This is what will really happen to your body if you do the farmer's walk every day. What if I told you there is a simple exercise without sophisticated machines that can strengthen practically your entire body, improve posture, and even support your overall health? Most people over 50 have never heard of this powerful exercise. It's called the farmer's walk. At first glance, it looks like you're just holding two weights and walking, but don't be fooled. This movement trains strength, balance, cardiovascular endurance, and even bone health in a way few exercises can. And the best part, you can practice it at home, with dumbbells, bottles filled with water, or even shopping bags. No complicated movements and minimal impact on joints. Before we begin, tell me in the comments your name and how long you've been training. Benefit number 1, builds overall muscle strength. The farmer's walk is one of the most complete exercises you can add to your routine. Unlike isolated movements that focus on just one muscle group, this exercise works practically your entire body simultaneously. When you hold heavy weights and walk, you're activating your forearms, hands, trapezius, shoulders, abdomen, lower back, quadriceps, glutes, and calves. It's like a complete workout in a single exercise. The beauty of this movement lies in its simplicity, combined with maximum efficiency. What makes this exercise particularly valuable for people over 50 is its ability to help maintain lean mass. After 50, we face sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that naturally accelerates. Studies show that we lose approximately 3 to 8% of muscle mass per decade after 30, with this rate increasing after 60. A common mistake is believing that only high-intensity exercises can combat sarcopenia. The truth is that compound functional movements, like the farmer's walk, are extremely efficient at preserving muscles at all ages. You'll know you're doing it right when you feel practically all the muscles in your body working in coordination. It's not just a strength exercise, but also one of muscular endurance. Your arms constantly support the weight, while your legs work to move your body. For beginners, I recommend starting with lighter weights, about 5 to 10% of your body weight in each hand. As your strength increases, you can progressively increase both the weight and the distance covered. Benefit number 2, improves joint and bone health. The farmer's walk provides one of the best stimuli for strengthening not only your muscles, but also your skeletal system. When you carry weights while walking, you're generating what experts call osteogenic stimulus. Basically, you're telling your body to strengthen your bones. This benefit is particularly crucial after 50, when bone density naturally begins to decrease. The stimulus created by the external weight during the farmer's walk helps prevent conditions like osteopenia and osteoporosis, silent diseases that weaken bones. A study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research demonstrated that load-bearing exercises like this can increase bone mineral density by 1 to 3% per year in older adults, potentially reversing years of bone loss. Researchers found that weight loading during movement is one of the most important factors for long-term bone health. What many people don't know is that this exercise also intensely activates the stabilizing muscles of the main joints of the body, knees, hips, and shoulders. These small muscles are rarely worked in conventional exercises, but are fundamental to preventing injuries in daily life. When you carry weights during walking, your stabilizers constantly work to maintain the correct alignment of joints under load. This activation significantly reduces the risk of sprains, strains, and other common injuries at more advanced ages. A common mistake is believing that we should avoid load-bearing exercises to spare the joints. Science shows exactly the opposite. Healthy joints need proper stimulation to maintain their integrity and function. Benefit number 3, helps prevent falls and improves balance. Falls represent one of the greatest threats to the health and independence of people over 50. According to CDC data, 1 in 4 seniors experiences a fall each year, and a previous fall doubles the chances of falling again. What makes the farmer's walk so valuable is its ability to directly train the systems that prevent falls. This exercise constantly challenges core stability and control in a way that few movements can. When carrying weights, especially when distributed asymmetrically, you force your body to constantly adapt to maintain balance. The beauty of this exercise lies in its ability to improve dynamic balance, the ability to maintain stability while in motion. This is precisely the skill needed to avoid falls in the real world, where we're rarely completely still when we lose our balance. When you regularly practice the farmer's walk, you're essentially teaching your body to handle asymmetric loads and instabilities, situations that naturally occur in everyday life. Think about carrying grocery bags, holding a child, or transporting luggage, all activities that require dynamic balance under load. A common mistake is to train only static balance. While useful, static balance doesn't completely transfer to real situations where we need to move while carrying weight. Benefit number 4. Improves cardiovascular and respiratory conditioning. Despite seeming like a purely strength exercise, the farmer's walk is actually a highly metabolic movement that provides surprising cardiovascular benefits. This is the aspect that most people don't realize until they experience it themselves. When you carry relatively heavy weights while walking, your heart rate rises significantly, creating a cardiovascular stimulus similar to traditionally aerobic exercises. The difference is that you're also building strength at the same time. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research demonstrated that load-carrying exercises like the farmer's walk can elevate heart rate to 70 to 85% of maximum heart rate, exactly in the ideal zone for cardiovascular improvements. Researchers classified this type of exercise as hybrid, for combining elements of strength training and cardiovascular conditioning simultaneously. What makes this exercise particularly valuable is that you can easily adjust the cardiovascular intensity. Increasing the weight, speed, or distance traveled will proportionally elevate the challenge to your cardiorespiratory system. A mistake I see many people make is breathing inadequately during the exercise. Remember to maintain a constant breathing pattern, avoiding holding your breath, which can cause unnecessary elevations in blood pressure. For those looking to improve body composition, this exercise is also excellent for fat burning. The combination of high muscle demand with sustained heart rate elevation creates an ideal metabolic environment for using fat as an energy substrate. Benefit number 5. Improves grip strength. Grip strength is one of the most underestimated health markers, especially after 50. Few know, but scientific research has consistently demonstrated that grip strength is a powerful predictor of longevity and overall health. A study published in The Lancet found that for every 11-pound reduction in grip strength, the risk of premature death increased by 16%. Even more surprising, grip strength proved to be a more accurate indicator of mortality than systolic blood pressure, which doctors routinely monitor. The farmer's walk is one of the most efficient ways to develop this grip strength. When you hold weights for prolonged periods during the exercise, you're creating a constant stimulus for the forearm and hand muscles, forcing them to adapt and strengthen. What makes this benefit so practical is its direct transfer to daily activities. Tasks like opening jars, carrying grocery bags, firmly holding handrails, or even giving a confident handshake become easier with a strong grip. For many, especially after 60, weakness in the hands and wrists may be the first functional limitation to appear. Activities that were once simple, like opening a water bottle, become frustrating challenges. Regularly training grip with the farmer's walk can prevent or reverse this decline. A common mistake is using straps or gloves that make gripping too easy. To maximize grip strength benefits, try using weights with thicker or more challenging grips when possible, always respecting your limits. Benefit number 6. Helps with postural and spinal health. One of the most transformative benefits of the farmer's walk is its impact on posture and spinal health. This exercise intensely activates the entire core musculature, including deep abdominals, obliques, and spinal erectors, in a way that few exercises can. When you carry heavy weights while walking, your core constantly works to stabilize the spine and keep the trunk aligned. This isometric work is exactly the type of stimulus that the spine's stabilizing muscles need to strengthen properly. For people over 50, this benefit is particularly valuable. Postural problems and lower back pain become significantly more common with advancing age, affecting approximately 80% of people at some point in life. The good news is that most of these problems are related to muscle weakness, which can be efficiently combated. What many people don't realize is that posture isn't just about sitting straight or standing tall. It's the result of a well-conditioned muscular system that can maintain proper alignments even under load or fatigue, exactly what the farmer's walk trains. A common mistake is trying to correct posture through temporary conscious adjustments without strengthening the muscles responsible for naturally maintaining it. It would be like trying to fix a leak by just drying the water without repairing the pipe. Benefit number 7. Metabolic acceleration. One of the most fascinating aspects of the farmer's walk is its impact on metabolism. Unlike isolated exercises that work small muscle groups, this movement simultaneously recruits large muscle groups throughout the body, resulting in significantly elevated caloric expenditure. When you involve leg, core, and upper body muscles in a single exercise, you create a highly demanding metabolic environment. Your body needs to provide energy to all these muscle groups at the same time, substantially raising caloric consumption during the activity. What really differentiates this exercise, however, is its effect on post-exercise metabolism. A study published in the European Journal of Applied Physiology demonstrated that high-intensity compound exercises, like the farmer's walk, can increase the resting metabolic rate for up to 38 hours after training. This means you continue burning extra calories even after finishing the exercise. This phenomenon, scientifically known as EPOC, is particularly beneficial for people over 50, when metabolism naturally tends to slow down. The exercise essentially temporarily reprograms your metabolism to function at a higher level. A common mistake is believing that only traditionally cardiovascular exercises, such as running or cycling, are efficient for calorie burning. In fact, movements like the farmer's walk often provide superior energy expenditure when we consider the total effect. Benefit number 8. Improves cognitive function and coordination. The last benefit of the farmer's walk often goes unnoticed, but it may be one of the most important for long-term health. Its positive impact on brain function and motor coordination. This exercise requires precise coordination between your trunk, arms, and legs as you navigate through space carrying weight. Your brain must constantly process proprioceptive information and make real-time adjustments to maintain balance and movement efficiency. This cognitive and coordinative demand creates what neuroscientists call a complex motor challenge, a type of stimulus particularly beneficial for brain health. Recent studies in neuroscience show that exercises that combine physical load with coordination challenges stimulate neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new neural connections. What makes this benefit particularly valuable after 50 is that it's precisely at this stage of life that we naturally begin to lose some coordinative abilities. The farmer's walk serves as a counterbalance to this decline, helping to maintain and even improve body awareness and motor response. Additionally, the exercise improves attention and mental resilience. Carrying relatively heavy weights over challenging distances, you inevitably develop a greater capacity to persist through discomfort, not dropping the weights until completing the course, even when your muscles begin to fatigue. A common mistake is underestimating the mental component of this exercise. Many people focus exclusively on the physical benefits, ignoring how consistent practice also develops focus, determination, and the ability to overcome temporary discomfort. Now that we know all the impressive benefits of this exercise, let's learn how to perform it correctly to maximize results and avoid injuries. How to properly perform the farmer's walk. The farmer's walk is one of the most accessible and adaptable exercises in the fitness universe. The basic movement is simple. You hold weights in both hands and walk while maintaining good posture. But there are important nuances that maximize benefits and ensure your safety. To start, select your weights. Ideally, dumbbells, kettlebells, or even loaded short bars, but you can perfectly improvise at home. Buckets filled with water, sandbags, plastic bottles filled with water or sand, or even shopping bags are excellent alternatives. Versatility is one of the greatest advantages of this exercise. Position the weights beside your body. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart and activate your core even before lifting the weight. To pick up the weights, use the squatting technique, bend your knees, keep your spine neutral, and lift using mainly the strength of your legs, not your back. Once you have the weights in your hands, adjust your posture, shoulders back and down, chest open, neutral spine with a slight natural curve in the lower back, and abdomen slightly contracted. Your arms should be extended alongside your body, with a slight bend in the elbows to not overload the joints. When walking, keep your steps firm and controlled. Step length should be natural, neither too short nor exaggeratedly long. Keep your gaze forward, not down, and breathe in a constant and controlled manner. Many people hold their breath without realizing it, which can unnecessarily elevate blood pressure. One of the main errors to avoid is letting your shoulders rise close to your ears. This transfers tension to the trapezius and neck when the goal is to keep the shoulders set and stable. Another common mistake is allowing the spine to curve forward or to the sides, especially when fatigue begins. Always keep your core engaged to protect your spine. Also avoid dragging your feet or walking with unsure steps. Each step should be firm and decisive, as if you were conquering the terrain. Some practitioners tend to hold their breath or breathe shallowly. Maintain a deep and constant breathing pattern. For beginners, I recommend starting with light weights, approximately 5 to 10% of your body weight in each hand. The initial distance can be modest, 33 to 49 feet per set, performing 3 to 4 sets with adequate rest between them. The initial focus should be on perfect technique, not on weight or distance. As you gain strength and confidence, there are 3 main ways to progress. Increase the weight carried, increase the distance traveled, or reduce the rest time between sets. For most people, it's safer to first increase the distance, then the weight, and lastly, reduce the rest. If you enjoyed this and also want to discover another exercise widely practiced in Asian communities to heal years of neglect of one's own body, we've left a video appearing right now on screen showing more about this restorative movement. Don't miss it. Thank you for watching this far, and God bless you, my friend.